and East Midlands Helicopters are providing this service. You may have already booked, and if you've already booked, that's fine. They will do whatever it takes to get your booking honoured when you turn up. If you're new to the Rempstone Country Show, a warm welcome to you. You've come to a very special show today because this weekend marks our 70th year. 70 years since the Beatty Brothers started the Rempstone Country Show, and we're delighted that we've got such a packed arena of events, and no animals this year, and it's all traction and it's all engines, and at 11:30 we're going to have Dancing Diggers. Now, Dancing Diggers were with us 2 years ago. They were phenomenally successful, and I've been commentating here for many years, and I don't remember an event in the arena that's had more parents come up to me and say, when are Dancing Diggers on, when are Dancing Diggers on, because our kids are desperate to see them. So 11:30 is the first Dancing Digger performance today. There's a second one at 2:15, so the first one's at 11:30. So Dancing Diggers is 11:30. 12:15 we've got tractors. 1:15 it's large and miniature steam. And then Dancing Diggers, as I say, at 2:15. The commercial vehicles have a big slot this time in the arena at 3 o'clock through to 4:20, and then it's steam winching from 4:20 until events in the arena close at around 5 o'clock. So as you can see, we've got military vehicles now coming in, so I'm going to hand you back to Pat. Just bear in mind our gentle nudge about the cannon. If your dogs are nervous, please take them away from the arena when the cannon is coming in, because it can scare them. Okay, we can watch the vehicles coming in. I'll hand you back to Pat.
Right, thank you very much, Frank. Yes, I haven't seen the cannon come in yet. I hope it's not broken down, but we'll have a word with one or two of these guys. We've got a heck of a lot of military vehicles up in the top of the field. If you're interested, you can see some of the variety of equipment that's coming in at the moment. let's kick off with that. There's a half track up here. Oh, here comes the cannon. Let's tell him where to get set up. Andy! Right, we'll put him in the middle of the field. As Frank says, there's a kind of grand finale when they're moving out. He's going to fire the anti-aircraft guns. Not literally, because there might be a Spitfire or something coming over, but yeah, it's quite good. It's a loud cracking noise. So as Frank said, if you've got nervous dogs, move away from the ring before 11:30. And we advise kids to put their hands over their ears, but usually they're too busy waving. Right, let's have a look at this half track, very interesting. Can you tell us about it, please?
Yeah, built by 1941 by the White's Company, under licence for the Diamond team. It's seen service in Normandy and what have you. And people want to come around and look at it, they can do, that's not a problem. The kids love climbing in it, playing with the guns. This would have been home for 13 people. So you can imagine what it was like. We got only a half the amount of kids on it as they had.
I should think they enjoy swinging with machine guns around. But they're 50 cal, they are, aren't they? Right, yeah. Yeah, the dog. Got to have a dog. I was just thinking that. I thought a bit more than that, but where from? Right. 2 to the gallon. Work out how many gallons that was, but yeah. That makes sense, yeah. It's 18 to the gallon. Thank you very much. You say it went over with D-Day or just after? Yeah. Really?
Killed the passenger, main driver, somebody else in the back.
Well, I hope you heard enough of some of the commentary. I think part of the problem was the engines when you close up to people are just drowning a lot of it out apparently, but yeah, again, military vehicles, if you want to have a look at them and have a chat to folks, the drivers, the owners. The other side of that hedge, further up, you have the tractors and you have all the military vehicles. This is that one. Oh, the dust. This is that one. Sorry?
That's ours as well.
That's yours.
That's why we've left it here. I'm taking
Oh,
that.
no.
That's why it's going in. No, I'm about to get it. That's not it.
You look so nickled down there. Right, when the last vehicles are going out there, we're going to fire the .5, isn't it? 50 caliber anti-aircraft gun. What era was it? 1944. Yeah, so it's probably seen action over in Europe, this one. Now, when it'd be a good idea, I'll give you a brief warning, but hopefully if you've got nervous dogs, you will have, as we warned earlier, moved away from the ring a bit now, and advise the kids to put their hands over their ears, although to be honest, most of them are too busy waving their hands in the air when we shoot it, so it's far enough away not to do any damage, but yeah. Already? Okay, well let it go then. Please, Robert.
Right, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, my name's Peter Hayward and it's going to be my job to point out these miniature engines as they traverse the arena. Nice selection for you this weekend. I think our secretary here at Rempstone, John Wood, has some 90 empty. But we're going to get a nice line up ready and then we'll find out something about them. We're going to do the miniatures and then we'll have the big engines in. We're working it this year on half and half. So we've got the odd numbers in your programmes today, and tomorrow we will have the even numbers.
Yeah, they did that last year. Yeah, odds and evens. So it won't be everything going in.
Well, John, yeah, John. I'll tell you what, Paul, I'll sit on the back and you do this job. Are you alright? Yes, thank you, yeah, I'm fine, yeah. Nice to see you again. Well, we've got all the grandkids and kids, haven't we? All enjoying it. Well, these machines are absolutely marvellous. You wouldn't think that something so small would go so well, would you? But, and they're all boiler compliant. The boilers are tested every year and hydraulic when required. Everything's above board. They all have certificates for the boilers, which the section secretary checks. Right, so next time they come round, I think I'll give you the name of the owner and etc. We're getting a nice build up now. Now we've just got a nice little steam car here. Whoa. Are you enjoying it now? Are you enjoying this one or is it too warm? Can you just tell us a little bit about this, please?
It's a 1902 locomotive, locomotive of America. There are 3 in America and this one of the 2-seater. That's they did many single seaters, but that's the one it is now. It's a petrol burner. It goes 1 to down on water and 10 to down on petrol. So it's a big tilly now running under there. So yeah.
Very good, and your name?
Justin.
Alright, Justin, thank you very much. Is he a good driver? Yeah, well, you've got to say. Chauffeur, absolutely. Hello, driver, you right? We'll get you.
I do like it.
It'll be freezing, won't it? Hi, Craig. Yeah, all right, mate. Thanks to you. Well done. When you have I'll bring you. He's in that bar, I'll bet. Right, so we'll make a start. If you just come around this way, just let those stop at the back. Just stop that one there, please. Yeah, you. Yeah. Number 44. Right. 67 is a 6-inch Fowler B6 road locomotive owned by R. Foster. 68 from Mr. Foster is a Burrell 6-inch general purpose traction engine. And 69 is Bernie Fairbanks. We've seen Bernie here. Who are ladies? Well, it's nice to see the ladies doing the work. 69 is Bernie Fairbanks from Blackpool with a 6-inch Garrett 4CD steam tractor. Are you enjoying your weekend at Rempstone? Always do. Nice to see you. 63 is a 4.5-inch scale Sentinel S4 steam wagon owned by A. Foster. Very good. 36, the 4-inch Fowler K5 ploughing engine owned by Mr. G. Taylor from up there in the northeast, I seem to remember. That's it, Hartlepool way. 88 is a 6-inch McLaren road locomotive owned by Mr. T. Smith, Tandy Traction Company. It's called Jinx. I better not jinx it either. I'll soon get in trouble, won't I? 29, I'll just have to stop this, gentleman. It's not on my list. What's your name? Alright, Chris, just tell us. Very good, thank you. Well done, Chris. And 26. Well, it's Ian Bunn, I can tell you that. And it's a Garrett. Well done. 34 is a 4-inch Foster traction engine owned by Mr. I. Fadgett. Very alright. Enjoying the sun. Love it. 48 is a 4-inch Boyle Scenic Showman's engine owned by Nigel Ball. That's a Scenic Showman's engine. It's got an extra dynamo between the boil, the chimney and the cylinder block. And that one is complete with a water car. So it's not going to run short of water. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a big charge now.
We even got a seat. How often do you get a seat?
54 is a 4-inch Boyle double crank compound road locomotive owned by A. Ito. Are you alright? Good afternoon. B9. And your name?
No, I bought it already built.
You bought it already built? Well done. I mean, your name?
Ricky Option from Manchester.
Well done, nice.
Prehistoric at this point.
57 is a 4-inch Boyle general purpose traction engine owned by V. Burton.
Yeah, I like the arena.
44 sneaking up on me is a 4-inch Fowler Allen ploughing engine owned by M. Preston.
I liked having the engine when you got in.
80.
I knew that. I could listen to the Mumsland program.
80 is a 6-inch Boyle double crank compound road locomotive owned by M. Van. And number 70, well, all of these are regulars at Rempstone. D. Evanson with a 6-inch Boyle double crank compound road locomotive. Just hold a minute. And we'll take B5.
They're actually lining them up because they
It looks like a John Fowler to me. Just tell us a quick minute, what scale? Anyway, Owen Paul, 41 I know this gentleman, Craig Stinchcombe, from the Shep Shed. Alright Craig, have you bought this on the road? Are you doing it next weekend at Kegworth? Right. Craig braved it on Boxing Day when we had to do with our Steam Vintage Club, and he steamed it some 4 or 5 miles on the road from Shep Shed. I think he enjoyed it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet, yeah. Right, B14. Right, you're right. Steve, where do you come from? Very good. And it's all what, 4 inch, is it? Very good. 90. Good afternoon, Pete. How are you? Pete Shield. What's this one?
It's points, 678
Right, he's still got plastic on the Blackburn Sea all the way. Oh yeah. Alright, Pete Shield, old friend of mine for many years. Right now we're ready to move. Is it? Come on, Clive, speed up, you know, we've been slow, haven't you? Yeah, that's right, you've been a gentleman. Right, your name? Daniel, what's this one?
About 2 years ago, we just did a few bits.
Well done. Crikey. Well, we've got a bit of a race on here, let's have one to time. Right, 38. It's a 4-inch Burrell double crank compound road locomotive owned by Team Roberts. Oh, what's this? Birthday boy. Well done, and happy returns. Shall I get everybody to sing happy birthday to you? Oh, we'll have a pint in the bar after this. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, these people, they don't think nothing of me. I stand here in all this sun. Hey, ha 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 ha. Oh, old friends. John Fowler and Co. Just.
Yeah, it's him and the other, I don't know his name, the one that does Cerny, does a lot of stuff.
Well, Andrew, just tell us a quick bit about it.
336.
Right. Well done, and you built it as a memorial to your late wife. Very good, nice thing. Right, B15. Well, this is Clive Ball. I won't stop him, but it's a Garrett. And I think it's about 4. Yeah. Keeping me waiting. Oh. Right, B8. Long-time rally attender Andy Worley from Derby with a Foden steam lorry. And 46 is a 4-inch Wood Brown and May traction engine. Kay Fenimore, that's nice, different one. Brown and May devices Wiltshire. 78 is Bertie, it's a 6-inch Tasker Little Giant steam tractor owned by A. Wilson. 79. Oh, something of a Kingsley engine here, or a replica one. It's a 6-inch Savage Little Samson steam tractor owned by C. Well. And 39 is a Fowler R3 Showman's engine owned by J. Ives. It's called the Wanderer, and it says on the canopy top, elegant but powerful, and I'm sure it is. What a nice way to take all the entourage out on a nice sunny afternoon. And number 60, well, regulars at rallies will see B60 about quite a bit. This is what I call team trickle back from driving with a foamy steam lorry. You know, I must buy one of these things and a little trailer on the back and I can take everybody around myself then, can't I? And the Garrett steam tractor coming along towards me. It says on it, Martin, you will lose my son. Right, are you a spokesperson for this job, madam? No? Alex, where's Alex? I can't find you. Yes, I'm alright, thanks. Just tell us a quick bit. It's a half-side carrot horse in insurance. Fish and Princess Maud. All good, Princess Maud is a Garrett. I think it's on that Graham Atkinson house at Scarborough, isn't it? Oh, there you are. That's not bad for me, then. And B77, well, this is a big fella. It's a half-size scenic showman's engine called General Cobb, based on the larger model that the Myers family own. And it is owned by Mr. M. Robinson. Well done. Number 73, come in, your time's up. 6-inch Garrett, 4 CD tractor. I'll say Adrian Nottingham. Where's that big steam lorry then? Still in that shed at Stafford. Oh, I don't know. All right, thanks, dude. Nice to see you. '33 is a Borough double crank compound road locomotive owned by Clipson. Well done. Right, just tell us a quick bit about this one.
It's a compound 6-inch C-type building. Keep putting it on for today.
Right, just one quick question. If you took this out on the road, would it go fast?
I saw it went in a couple of years ago. Yeah, I think it is. It's just going up there now. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, well done. Mr. Robertson and Son engineers from Corby. Right.
How many rail programs do they?
58 is a 4.5 Borough traction engine owned by G. Jackson. It's called Alton Rose. Crikey, this is a big fella. Right, we'll just find out if I can reach the cab. It's a Borough. Just tell us a quick bit about it. It's a miniature even though it's a big one. That's confused as well done there. Mr. Jenner from Middleton in Teesdale. 27 is a Borough Scenic Showman's engine owned by F.A. Walker and family from Ratford in Nottinghamshire. 56 is a 4-inch Borough double crank compound road locomotive owned by P. Solomon.
And you as well. I will.
Oh, right. Your number's spun up. Don't run me over, will you? 81, just my age. It's all about paperwork, this, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 6-inch Russell & Proctor steam tractor, and it's owned by L. Chandler. 82. Oh, that's how we like it. A Fowler B6 road locomotive. It's not, it's a Borough. You can't do this, you know, you confused me. I take it's Mr. Stanhope. Yeah, well, oh, we've got something right then. Tony Baldwin from Ripley. with a Foster traction engine. Oh, we've got the boss with us today, have we? Oh, is Grandma looking after you, Betty? Yeah, good. Perhaps come round and see you in a bit. And B37. Is a 4-inch Foster traction engine owned by H. Clearly. Oh. Owned by Kate. Well done, Kate. It's good to see the ladies participating. 50 is a 4-inch Evelyn and Porter Road locomotive owned by D&M Wilkinson. 62 is a 4.5-inch scale Foden C-top steam wagon R&J Grass. I know the next man, Harry Deering. It's a Fowler, but it's based on an A9, isn't it? Do you know, I'm getting better, Harry. Harry's from Grimmelford. He's had that one a number of years, well done. Roger Benny from Kingston in Norfolk. I think he spends most of his time at the runners around here with this Foden steam lorry. Are you alright, Roger? You enjoying it? Good. Oh, looks like a big block on the back of that. I don't want that dropping on my toe. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a lineup we've got here. Goodness me. Oh, this looks like a likely pair. Pair of what? Yeah, 52. Good afternoon, Andy. Exactly, we're all. Just tell us a quick bit about it, Andy. 400 miles. Andy Potter. Oh, it's his Jack, yeah. It won't be the first time, Andy, in about 50 years, will it? I'll remember that. We get to remind me tomorrow. Oh my goodness me. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. Wow. Now let's just have a little bit about this one, John.
How you doing, mate?
All right, thank you. You?
What did you say? Was 81?
I feel it.
Yeah.
You reckon? Just tell us about this.
4-inch scale Foxy traction engine, for 37 year old now. This is, just had a new boiler in 2 years ago. Not quite yet, mate.
Lovely. Fitter than you are, anyway. Fitter than I am as well. Oh dear. Happy days, eh? And we ain't got them this weekend, we don't want them. John, goodness me, John Cook from Lincoln. Right. Well, these miniatures are coming out, they're like snowballs. We've never had so many at a steam rally. They must be plucking them out of the sky now, what's happened here? Well, I might have known there'd be some engines without numbers.
I did the last two Lincoln. Yeah, well, I did one. The first time I did it, there was a lot here. Even from those 2 years, 22, 23, you got all. Yeah.
Right. Back in 1976, I had the pleasure of driving this little steamroller around the yard in my home village of Kegler. And it was built by the late Barry Johnson. This is his son Ian. Just tell us what size and make it is.
Yeah, that was
Little 4.5 inch simplicity roller. Yeah.
This is the first of many engines that we've ever built. It's its 50th year. It started with the Rempstone family being associated with steam.
Well done, Ian, yeah. Ah, happy days. I think I've got a slide on me going around the yard at home, mother. Goodness me. Right, here's Charlie Johnson. We'll just see what Charlie's going to tell us about this one. Number 6, Dean Allsop with a 3-inch Foster traction engine, general purpose. And 21 is a 4-inch Savage Samson traction engine, owned by T. Bride. This one's called Tracy.
I never used to see them in it. Yeah, I think that would you do that first. So
is a 4.5 Foden C-type steam wagon, owned by the Western family in Northamptonshire. 72. 72 is a 6-inch Borough steam wagon, owned by P. Lilly. Well done. That's certainly a different example. I think we've seen that here before in a different ownership, haven't we? I just can't remember the name off the top of my head, but we'll all find that. 59 is a 4.5-inch McLaren road locomotive owned by I. Newman. 91 is a 3-inch Atkinson Uniflow tractor unit. And it's owned by G. Sadler. I don't think we've ever seen the arena so full of miniature engines in all the years of the Rempstone Steam and Country Show. Alright, yeah, well done, yeah. All good. What are you waving at me, or 24? What are you like? 24 is a 4-inch Borough traction engine and by Kelly Colton. Alright, don't forget, let's have it on the front tonight. 53. 53 is a 4-inch Foster compound. I'll have to let you tell me your name. It's a nice one, isn't it? Well done, nice to see you. Well done. And we've got a Foster traction engine now called Heather. And your name? Is it? Don't call want to drive it? All right, you always left you with that, hasn't it? Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been excellent. Let's give all these people a round of applause for bringing their miniature engines here to the Rempstone Steam and Country Show 2026. I suppose really we ought to say a big thank you to our section secretary here, John Wood. I know from previous experience of my involvement with organising these rallies, there's a lot of work goes into it and it doesn't just come together on the day, so well done to John for what you've done, getting us such a lovely selection of miniature engines this weekend. You tried. Yeah, some said you're very trying, but yeah, I'll keep that for tomorrow then. I'll let Sandra set yours up for now. But yeah, no, great display. We're going to have some of the, now what we're doing this weekend, because there are so many big engines, we're going to play half today and half tomorrow. Hopefully do sort of half of this month. No, what? We're not having, we've got something else to do first. I'll come up to the gate. Right, I just think, of course you've been told it's been 70 years at the Rempstone Steamroller this year. And we're looking at, well, 5 or 6 of the original engines that came to that first ride. And what we're going to do is break them round, but I've got to find them first.
Peter's sorting out his engines. Just a quick word to tell you about a couple of things that are happening in field 5. We've got cars, bikes, children's activities, and mini-geese tambourine. The mini-geese tambourine is part of the wildlife tent. Also, it'd be good to visit the craft tent as well. And that's all in Field 5. The traction engines, the large traction engines are coming through. I think Pete's just getting the order sorted out because of this being 70th anniversary. He's looking for those engines that were with us on that very first show, and it was a very different show that we went to see the show back then. But we're very glad that it has mushroomed into the size that it has. And Pete's going to be back with you in a moment when he's identified the engines and then point them out to you as they come with the rest of the steam engines, the large steam engines that is, with the miniatures. The large steam engines will be into the arena fairly shortly. Just also time to let you know about Priory Commercials Limited. They have the latest diagnostic equipment for every brand of light and heavy commercial vehicle, VLSA approved brake tester with optional provided load, state-of-the-art wheel alignment equipment and a wealth of knowledge, everything from regular fleet maintenance to MOTs, and you'll find them at Newley Farm, Ascotby Bypass in Merton Mowbray. That's Priory Commercials Limited at Newley Farm, Ascotby Pass, Merton Mowbray. Right, I'm just waiting for Pete to rejoin us shortly.
Right, well, back in 1956, the Beaver family took control of the Rempstone rally after John Wood had had his portable engine outside the Beaver house there in Rempstone village, and from that came the first Rempstone steam rally. That's basically it. There's a lot more to it than that. So some of the engines you're going to see for a start appeared at that rally now. All those that were in the catalogue are still around. Some are runners, some are not. And this is a Ransom Susan Jeffries traction engine owned by the Kirby family. Good afternoon. It was rescued for preservation by Tim Sage and Jack Ford. It worked for nurses of Langham in Rutland. They got along on board that engine, and it's been in the family ever since. That is Ransom Susan Jeffries traction engine. Now we have Alex Savoury from Long Eaton with Cameron, which is a Ransom Susan Jeffries traction engine, 27014, the maker's number. This one, as you can see from the name, went new into the Welsh Hills, where it worked on forestry work, found its way into Lincolnshire, with one of the owners there being a man called Tom Fixler. It attended the first Rempstone Rally in 1957 in the ownership of a Mr. J.C. Rose. He didn't own it for too long. It passed through a gentleman who used to run the South Notts bus station at a village probably some of you will be familiar with, called Galton, called Chris Dale. Chris and his son Clyde run the engine for quite a number of years, and after 60 years of line dormant, it appeared back at the rallies last year at the Conference Steam Rally. Now we have a Foden C-type steam tractor. This one's owned by Tom Middleton from Holcott. At the time of its appearance at the first Rempstone Rally, it was owned by the Wakefield family from Headingley in County Durham. That's a Foden C-type tractor. Right, there are all engines to come in that appeared at that first rally, but they're going to peel them off. Right, now we have Russell Inman. Go on, you come round. With a Fowler steamroller. This one worked on the Pentland Hills, just south of Edinburgh. It came into preservation with a gentleman called Robert Crack from Dorset. That's number 41 in the programme. Hey, whistle. I can't run about like I used to do, else I would have been jumping about. Anyway, look at that material. Right, following on we have the big road locomotive. These did all the haulage work. This one was actually used on the construction of Cornwall Road in Lincolnshire. That too attended our first rally here at Rempstone in 1956. It was rescued by one of our early preservationists who sadly only passed away this year. We went to John Blagg's funeral. John Blagg lived at Whitwell near Ersop, and it's owned by Will Woodward from Cheshire. What have we got a weekend off? Good afternoon, Nick and Tiff. And the no soaring to be done. Oh, you got the chop, have you? This is a Foster engine, 14410, 1920, went new to Cornwall in the northeast. It's had a number of owners in preservation, like Bruce Rice there from Nottingham. Passed into the Boswell family in the early 1970s. And it's, as are all these engines, lovely cared for. Alex Baker from Ripley, O'Haven the Porter Steamroller. This one went new to the Clacton Rural District Council out there in Essex. It was acquired by Mr. Ween from the Sleaford area. He actually didn't do too much work on it. Ted Ainsworth acquired it, did a lot of restoration work on it. Fortunately, Ted passed away and didn't see fruition of his work. Alex Baker's now kept the tradition going. First time we've attended here at the Rempstone Steam and Country Show. This is a Clayton Shuttleworth traction engine. It's owned in North Derbyshire. This is one that I actually saw many years ago when I walked along the River Severn. Right, it was at the back of a gentleman's house near Bridge North. It was a blue coloured one. It actually worked for Gloucestershire County Council. It's got a DD registration plate on it. And another first time attender here at the Rempstone Steam and Country Show. This is a visitor owned by the Barber family from Cheshire. It's called Standing Honour. This is an ex-Hamptons of Hot Loss threshing engine. This one was acquired by the Barber family from Mr. Webb of Sutton Coldfield way back in the early 1960s. And ever since then, it's been a regular at the rallies. It's had a lot of different rebuilds, but I can actually remember Alan Barber and the Ashford Park rallies and Jim Dakin and all those people. I'll try to speak to you in a bit. Yeah. Are you enjoying it? Good dude. And Rempstone Rally, like the Tomlinson family and their flower road locomotive. This one went into Orange Fort in Gloucestershire. It's been went up in preservation to Jack Harvey Leeds in the mid-1960s. Didn't stop with him for long, and shall we say Stuart's mentor, the late Ted Sanson, acquired it. And it's been a feature of the East Midlands rallies for many years. Travels mainly on the road to the events around here. That's the Fowler traction engine. Also, now we've got we've got a Garrett steam tractor. This one is a 1918 4CD type tractor. They were popular engines, these 4CD tractors. Garrett built a lot of them. This one was supplied new to the Ministry of Munitions, and by 1920 it was with Mr. Farrow from Spalding. I can remember seeing it myself. It was owned by Jack Bill from Penn in Buckinghamshire, but that's a long time ago. It's now owned by the Bloom family from Nottinghamshire. Adventure it's called. but it is an adventure, isn't it? Woodbine family now, the Bull steamroller. Bulls, they built their steam engines at Thetford in Norfolk. This one's called Ethel. It went for a short space of time to John Bull, up there at Rolls near Preston. It didn't stop with him for long, and then it moved into the firm of Isaac Bull, well known rolling and tarmac contractors up in that particular area. Came into preservation with a gentleman called John Webster from Charlton near Preston. Later with Anthony Coles, and it's been with Bartleford now for quite a number of years. I don't know how many, but 10 years. Goodness me, oh, a young bloke that Mark brought that. Mark Woodbine. Now we have a very early steamroller. Now this is owned by Ian Caulfield from Carsington. This one actually went new to Acton Borough Council in London. It later found its way into Scotland with Donald Stewart, a public works contractor from near to Aberdeen. It's been with here for a number of years now. It's had its done and replaced by Alton Engineering, but that's Ian Caulfield with a 8.25 steamroller, very early number 2031. And we have this lovely looking tractor pulling a portable engine. Now the members of the Waterway Club may know that I said that this rally was actually started by a portable engine standing in front of Jack Beaver's house at Rempstone. Well, this is that actual portable engine. Number 886 in your programme, it's owned by the Shepherd family from down the Foss Way there. And this was owned by John Wood at that time. That's a Clayton shuttle with portable. And I think they'll tell you what they're going to do with it. I mentioned Ian Caulfield's steamroller previously. You just see it skirting the bottom of the arena there. You know, when that was new, that steamroller cost £410, which back in 1884 would have been quite a bit of money, so that was £410, that particular roller. Now we have the McLaren traction engine. Good afternoon, all the top team on the job today. Are you alright? He's got you working, has he? Oh, this is owned by the Arrowsmith family. Chris there driving it. Sadly we said goodbye to his late father earlier this year, but Chris, I'm sure will keep the job going, as you might say. This particular engine went new to Dalgety Estates in Hampshire. It remained with them until the early 1960s, when one of our very early preservationists, John Crawley, saved it for preservation. It was owned by John Mays for quite a number of years and attended some of those Rempstone rallies back in the 1970s with him. This is one that travels a long way on the road. Annika, where's your father then? Hi Peter, alright? Very good. Alright Peter. Where's that steam lorry, by the way? On it, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, we've sadly been missing over these last few years a very nice Foden steam lorry. Rest assured that it's going to be back with us next year, so that's the Van Houten family. Their Foden steam lorry. Now we have a Foster steam tractor. This one, as you can see from the canopy top, was owned by W. Snow and Sons furniture reviews from Wallingford in Oxfordshire. It's owned by Ken Mills from Shropshire. I think, are you on your first time appearance here? You've done two before, I can't remember. Yeah, but nice to see you. Oh, I see you've got your back wheel up now, all fixed. That's the pleasure of owning these engines, isn't it? Ken Mills there, very good. Michael Davidson with a Marshall traction engine. Marshalls, they built their engines at Gainsborough. Michael comes from the North East, and this one's been based around the North East all its life.
That's the first time I've seen it.
You'll notice that this engine, as we want to, is still on its straight wheels. Well, a lot of people put the rubber tyres on to give it a better ride on the road, but it is still nice to see some of these engines on the straight wheels. This particular engine, owned by Michael's it's been here to Rempstone before, but we're pleased to see it back. Now we have the Chief. This is Guy Debs' power plant engine, but it's masquerading as NR1212. NR1212 was one of those single-cylinder power engines that were owned by the Beavers of Rempstone. They were a pair, 1212 and 1213. Sadly, they were sold to Ireland some years ago. And they're not really fit to travel about at the minute. Bringing engines from Ireland, it's a long way to do it. But Guy kindly agreed to have those number plates on it for this weekend. Well done, Guy. And I think that's going to form part of the line-up for this photo shoot at those engines. When it's way up to the commentary point, we have a Bull traction engine. This one's owned by Mr. Buscombe. It's making its first appearance here at the Rempstone Steam and Country Show. Another example on its straight wheels. Bull's made some really fine traction engines. This one had a working life with the Kingdom family from Essex, and it's called Old Bill. Squirrel traction engine, Old Bill. Good. I could just see the makers, there was about 2865 on that ball. There you go. It's got the old Essex County Council plate on its tender there, 398 registered number. That's the Buscombe family's borough, Old Bill. And now we have the Jeffs family. They base their engines at Draycott in the Clay in Derbyshire. It's a Flower Road locomotive. This was actually a yard engine for Fowlers for a number of years before it was sold into Wales and Mr. Jones. It's been in preservation since the early 1960s, with a number of owners. Found its way into Jeff's family, and well, as with all these engines, it's really cared for. As you can see, it's pulling a non-steamer at the moment, Sentinel steam lorry. This one's called Sally. Hopefully we'll see it steaming next year at the steam engine lorries. Sally was registered in Hull and went new to Spillers, the flour merchants, and by the early 1950s this particular machine was exported to Canada. And it's only in the last few years that it's come back to this country. And as you can see, it's well underway, and Richard assures me it'll be a run for next year, and he's going to get it all painted up in Spillers colours. That's Richard Jeff steering it. England import a steam tractor called Barbara, not Barbara, sorry. I was thinking That's another one that Jeff Hammer family owned. This one's called Clementine. This is one of the small battered steam tractors that were built for Hereford County Council. It's owned by Jamie and Emily Jennings from Cambridgeshire. This one's a regular traveller on the road, and Jamie's got the wife doing a bit of steering there. I wish she'd do almost steering. Don't you let him drive it, Jamie? Oh, you're doing both? Oh, what's better than that then? I couldn't say. What's got the specs ladies? Is it? Oh, I'm not talking about that. And the steamroller. Avon and Porter. Now, Avon and Porter's the biggest builders of steamrollers in the country. Well, all the built over 14,000 road steam vehicles anyway. This one's called Aisha. It's making its debut here at the Rempstone Rally. It has a maker's number of Trouble 145. It's owned by Alan Borthwick from Hatton the Hole. As you can see from the canopy top, it worked for a firm called CS Punch, who were contractors at Newcastle on time. It's had a whole life in the northeast, and it looks to me as if it's going to continue that way. So it's Alan Borthwick with the Avon and Porter steamroller called Aisha.
Yeah, I'll probably say yes.
Big fan road locomotive now, owned by the Marrish family from Rempstone near Sheffield. Oh, look, I've got the boss on that. I know you won't be driving it, Dave. This is an engine that was one of those last engines to work in the Sheffield area when it worked for the Cuthbert family of Rempstone. It's the only one that 14100 is the maker's number, and I'm glad to say that we've got Dave working this time. Just watch that out, Dave. I don't want that steamroller coming over behind it. But we've got all the family involved now, and it's good to see. That's Dave Barris's Faro Road locomotive. You perhaps learn a trick or two, Dave. Think you'll learn something?
They come out of genuine engines.
And our own locomotive called Dreadnought. This was Robert Wynne and Sons. As you can see, they were from Newport in South Wales, big haulage contractors. They actually use this one in their business. Used for quite a long time. We decided to shed a load in the preservation years. It passed through a gentleman also from Wales. And it's been with John Summerscales from North Lincolnshire for the last few years now, and John's been telling me that over this last winter there's been a lot of work done to it on the gearing, etc. We're performing well now, do we, John? All good. Johnson. Well, I think the next steamroller is no introduction to you. I'm sure you've all seen the late steeplejack Fred Didmer. This is Betsy, an Avon and Porter steamroller that we acquired back in the 1960s, Tony's much loved Land Rover. Betsy was an ex-Flintshire County Council steamroller that Fred lovingly restored, and it's being cared for now by his son Jack. That's Jack Didmer with Fred Didmer's steamroller, and now his daughter looks after this lovely little Land Rover that Jack used to go around the country on. Can't you drive it? Don't you want to drive it? Alright! Oh dear. So, yeah, that's very nice. On the first time I visited the Rempstone Steamer Country Show, the late Fred Didmer's Avon and Porter steamroller. Another visitor from Cheshire. This is a Wallace and Stevens traction engine. They've got their traction engines at Basingstoke. It's called Maynard. It's owned by Irene Bridge from the Isle of Man. It actually worked on the Isle of Man, and It's been heavily cared for by these gentlemen from Cheshire. Nice portable engine, it's towing poorly, owned by the Bradbury family. I think we've got 3 nice portables here this weekend. I know that some towns got a nice one out there in the Wont area. And Alice is a final T3 type steamroller. This one was owned by Jackson's of the Stachton crew. It's had a number of owners in preservation, mainly around the Staffordshire area. It's now a Jack Garden. Alan O'Dell from Northampton now, Avon Porter steamroller. 7586 and latest number of this one. This one actually worked at Skipton in North Yorkshire. In preservation it found its way into the south of England in Oxfordshire, and this one too has been in the current ownership for quite a number of years now. That's Alan O'Dell, Avon the Porter steamroller. Now, I did say that we've got a nice selection of engines from that first rally, and here's another one of them. This is a Black Fowler engine owned by the Henton family from Norton's Wixter to Whitecross near Atherstone. The Henton family only got a number of engines. This one back in 1956 was owned by Jack Ford. Jack Ford came from Leicester. As I say, one hour of the preservation has shown a number of engines over his time. 14600 the maker's number, went new into Berkshire to fretting contractor there. This one found its way into North Lincolnshire, and it was one of the last engines to fresh in North Lincolnshire. And an old friend of mine from that area, Mark, will tell me that his father actually drove the engine when it was up in North East Lincolnshire. Jack Ford steamed it from near Mablethorpe back to Leicestershire. No mini feet, no rubber tires in those days, still on its steel wheels. Fowler 14600. One of the faster types of steam vehicles here this weekend at the Rempstone Steam and Country Show. It's a Sentinel, steam lorry. Sentinel built their steam vehicles at Shrewsbury in Shropshire. This one's owned by the Johnson family from Cornwall. It was new to Cambridge Town and Gas Company. It was actually scrapped in 1954. A gentleman called Peter England saved all the pieces. When it actually found its way into North Yorkshire, well, South Yorkshire and the Dunford family. Now this one, it's been in the Johnson family for quite a few years now. It's just a wreck when we bought it. We even bought a new front axle for it. On the road it was reliably doing 25-30 miles an hour. That's the Sentinel steamroller. Now we have the Rawley family with the Garrett steam wagon. Now these are rarities at Rallies. I don't know how many there is left now. We can only do a couple. Two, I'll allow them models. Not the rubbish driving it for us. Yeah, they are rare birds. As you can see, this one went to Charles Marston of Bungate, Earsham, Marston in Norfolk. They were self-rated flower makers. Now we have the oldest steamroller, 1882, 1760, the maker's number. This one's owned by the friends of the 1760 Association. 1882, yeah, this one was built, so. And they do actually take from the road, you can see that big spark arrestor out of the chimney, that's the sudden spark from setting fire to the adjoining fields. Now we have the Wood family from Kingston near Sheffield with the Sentinel steam lorry. This one's actually an old Brown Bailey Steels one at Sheffield. Now, the reason it has these solid wheels, tyres on the wheels, is that there's hot stalks, etc., hot bits still on the floor in the factory, and if you had those pneumatic tyres on it, they would have just punctured. Those didn't. This one was owned by the bus company for many years. They used it as a display vehicle. It's now been recently restored by the Royal family. Now we have the sister engine to NR1212. This is Mick Hammond, who's kindly agreed to have the number plate of that other one of the fire engines that came to the first rally. This one's engine, this is Rempstone. It was bought by the Hammer family in 1947. And well, it has the odd out in the two every year. That's the Fowler single cylinder barn engine. Borough road locomotive following on. This one was the maker's number 3395. It's called the Dalesman. You can see from the legend on the canopy top that it went new to Hancock's or Exeter. They were like brick haulage, etc. Later, it was owned in preservation by a gentleman called Jack Sandon from New Toxeter, and he named it City of Exeter. It later passed to John Crowther from Preston. John Crowther, living up in the Dales, called it the Dalesman. It's only just recently changed hands and sold by the Shepherd family, who acquired the engine sometime last year. That's the Dalesman Borough road locomotive. Robert Tyler now with a Fowler T3 tractor. Went new to Cooks of Spalding. It's had further owners in Lincolnshire. Finished up with a pile of bits on a pallet. Rob purchased it from the store sale, and well, he actually made something from it. So that's Rob Tyler, Mr. Brother. Good afternoon, Robbie. All right, we'll get around to see you at some point. One of our killing takes to make this wonder. Mr. Brother was actually the bank manager who had all the money to buy the engine. So that's Mr. Brother, following on we have Richard McCall from Cheshire with a Fowler T3 tractor, same for that one of Roberts. This one was no stranger to coming to Rempstone Wells. I think it would be the late 50s, early 60s when it last came to Rempstone Wells, when it was owned by the Mitchell farmers in Guiseley. It did work for Westmoreland County Council, up there in the northwest. And I see we've got the younger generation. The controls. Right, and following on, an engine that first attended Rempstone Valley way back in 1964. It's an Avon and Porter tractor called Emma, owned by the Henton family, from Norton Jits to Twycross. This one went new as a steamroller to Southam Corporation in Warwickshire, later used by the College of Coventry. It was a very early conversion from a steamroller by George Henton and his son Arthur. Nice little hanging steam tractor, that one. Right, here we go. We've got a big ball scenic Showman's engine called X-Man. This too attended our first rally here at Rempstone back in 1956. It was owned by the Epton family from New Bond Road at the time. It did actually come up this way 1 year before and it came to our rally at Kegworth, but did the two that year. It's now owned by the Saunders family. It's just had a total rebuild. As you can see, it worked for a showroom called GT2B at Doncaster. The colour is not the usual maroon type colour this showroom's engine. Tubi's ordered this one in Great Eastern Blue. It was rescued for preservation by a gentleman called Frank Sheffins, who lived near to Skegness. So that's Paul Showman's engine number 4000, X-Mare, owned by the Saunders family. Now we have a unique Showman's engine in that it's a Brown and May. Brown and May built their engines at devices in Wiltshire. This one went new to a Mr. Cook from Warrington. Later passed into Nottinghamshire, and by 1936 it was with the Ruggle family of New Bond Road. They stripped all its down road and used it as a threshing engine. Then went, oh Alan, all right, you're right. They used it as a threshing engine for many years, and eventually it received the Ruggle treatment, and ever since the 1970s it's been ever present, with a couple of rebuilds since then. No, and Tiffany Millban now with a little Fowler tractor that used to belong to Robert Tyler. Only changed hands in the last few years. This one was built as a steamroller. Went new to the Nick Handel Spraying and Grouting Company, owned by Derbyshire Design up there at Chapel in the Frith at some time. Converted to a tractor by Reg Wells, and then in the mid-1960s Robert Tyler converted it into a Showman's tractor. Reese, are you alright? There's Tiffany and Reese now with St. Granite. Double Showman's engine. And this one was new to road locomotive to JB Dugdale in Warwickshire. It was a gentleman from Bandley, Tony Gascoigne, who converted it into a Showman's engine. It's had a number of owners since then. One of them being Walkers from Ashbourne in Derbyshire. But it's been with Richard Millban now for a number of years. I do it there, thank you very much. Can you get me on that trailer to save me a job? Remember that tip. Right, I mentioned the Epton family. Well, this is another engine that they own, but they only owned it for 1 year. It came to our valley at Kegworth in 1954. It passed to their near neighbours, the Taylors of Sutterson, and it attended the first Rempstone rally way back in 1956. And it's now owned by the Turner family, and as you can see from the canopy top, it's owned by Coles, and they use it on their set of galloping horses. Avon and Porter Showman's engine now, called Duchess, owned by the Robinson family from Bradford in Yorkshire. This one's got an AY registration plate on it. It was actually new as a steamroller to a Mr. G. Shepherd from Bagworth in Leicestershire. It was acquired for preservation by Tom Burton and Market Harbour. He kept it a few years, never did anything with it, but he passed it on to the Wheat family from Mount Sorrel. The Robinson family purchased it and converted it into a Showman's engine. Another early Avon Porter steamroller owned by the Clark family from up there in Cheshire. 8788 is the maker's number of this one. This one actually went to France. It was exported to France and worked on the airfields there. And would you believe it, an aircraft actually hit it on its side and knocked it on its side. Hello, Sophie. I know what you Bedfordshire drivers are like. Very quiet, that's right, yeah. EV car. Right. A93 in your programme is a little 800 quarter steam tractor owned by the Baines family from up there in North Nottinghamshire called English Princess. This one had numerous owners in the south of the country. Stood for a very long time in a barn. The Baines family rescued it from this barn. The boiler inspector had been to it and passed it. And I suppose before any more work's done to it, we're going to get a few years out of it. English Rose. John Woodward rode it for a few years, but then just drove it in a barn and left it. So it's English Rose, 840 steam tractor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there is, but let's give all these people that's bought these engines a round of applause for bringing their marvellous machines to steam and country show. Right, I don't know what the next part, we're just going to get a picture, we've got to record the occasion. Yeah, so we've got a lovely lineup of those end users that attended the first rally.
I think we probably got over more. I'm surprised you really taking photos. What could have been photos.
Right, we're just going to have a look and see what our photographer.
I don't think I've seen these days. Amazing. He gives us nothing on it.
It is about nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to record this for posterity. I hope you can all stand clear. Here are some chairs now. There are some marvellous engines there, all in these to me, when you think about the Hector family and the Taylors from Sussex with these two big showmen engines, they didn't load over them one day, they took across country, like Methering and that, they took them on the road, leaving loaders when back. I'm just about ready now for a bottle of water. Have we got some water there, Sandra? Right, I'm going to hand you back now to Frank, and he'll tell you what's going on next. Thanks very much, Pete, because I was over the back at 4:20 with the steam machine. If you haven't seen steam machine before, then it's worth sticking around for. It's one of those things that shows the true power of steam. If you haven't actually seen it before, then that's going to be happening at 4:20.
Now 3 o'clock, and it might just be a couple of minutes after, but at 3 o'clock we've got the commercial vehicles in. We have a lot of them today, so commercial vehicles will be at 3 o'clock. Next up is Dancing Diggers, and if you saw them this morning you'll know that they gave a tremendous performance. This is the second and their final performance today. They're back tomorrow, of course, and Dancing Diggers are just getting ready to make their way into the arena shortly once the steam engines are out. It's very important that we have a flow of traffic that's safe, so all the engines will be out of the arena before the diggers start to come into it. Now, we've got 3 bank cards that have been found. It's a total of 3 over the day. And if you think you've lost your bank card, check your wallet, check your pockets. If you've lost your bank card, then please go to the Secretary's tent and they will try and help you to get your card returned. And also there's a lens cap, 62mm lens cap, that's also been lost at the Secretary's tent. Somebody who bought some socks from the Socks and Hats stall, and she left them there, so they have them safely there if you would like to go and collect them. In Field 5, there are cars, bikes, children's activities, many good assembly, and there's also the cricket tent. So if you want to go and visit Field 5, there's plenty to do in there. But next up is the Dancing Diggers, and you can see, if you just look across the arena, you can see their headlights are on the roof of their cabs. So they're going to make their way in as soon as these steam engines are made their way out. As you've discovered, steam engines move slowly, and particularly around the side here, they move slowly for safety reasons as well. So we'll just get them the time they need just to get out of the arena, and then we'll go with the Dancing Diggers from there. Now just a word about the charities that you very kindly contributed to as a result of being with us at the Rempstone Steam and Country Show. We have donated from last year's show. We donated to the Cornwall Ukulele Orchestra, South Nottingham RDA, Leicestershire Search and Rescue, PDSA in Leicester, your school, Shepshire Volunteers, the Rempstone Football Club, the Kevin Scouts Group, and the East Midlands Steam, Martin Mowbray and District Model Engineer Society in memory of Barry Johnson, and the British Heart Foundation in memory of Gordon Marsh. So thank you for your kind donations that have gone to help those particular charities, and we are very grateful for you being here with us, particularly on this our 70th show. And it's amazing to think that from such small beginnings we could be occupying 5 fields in order to bring the show to you today. One of the traditions that we observe on Sunday at the show goes back to the origins.
Of course, they use the signals. You've got to imagine these ploughing engines, when they were on the headlands, you might be working on a great big hill and you could only see one engine, you couldn't see the other one. So they had the use, there's a whistle, guys, and it's a reply, so you just listen to the 2 distinct sounds of these engines pulling. There you go. Now these engine men are going to fight it. All the brakes are on. They're going to try and stop. We're ready. Now just listen to that engine working. Here we go. Now Chris is fighting it, look, he's got his brakes on. Now there you could say there's sort of 8 or 9 ton, but it's a dead weight, so there's a lot more than that in it. So it's a lot more than sort of 9, 10 ton or whatever. Yeah, you can hear that distinctive sound of that single cylinder ploughing engine. There you go. Right. There's that. We're ready. We're all ready to go. Now listen to the compound engine. You'll notice the difference. Hardly a sound, look. And that's just through that efficiency of those compound cylinders. Using the steam twice. Now you see we've got the brakes on this one. Reversing lever right back. And it's having no effect. That too is a dead weight, so you're probably 12, 13 ton there. That engine effortlessly pulling the Clayton engine across the arena. Now I said about these ploughing engines working in pairs. Ploughing, cultivating, I've even seen them dredge a lake. I went to a steam engine rally in Cheshire at Astle Park, and there was a pair of Jim Lowther's ploughing engines called Windsor and Sandringham. They were dredging a lake. They had a big scoop in the middle instead of a plough. So that was something good to see. Right, I think we're going to do another pull. Right. Dan's giving me a windmill, I don't know what that is. It's alright, you move quicker than me, Dan. Right, we're going to, Dan says we're doing them both together, so. Alright, Chris. Where's your steer lady? Have you sacked her? Oh, goodness me. I don't believe that. Now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're back tomorrow with a brand new show, shall we say. We're going to have the other half of the engines around, that's those that have not been around the arena today. There'll be plenty to see and do in the arena. We've got the JCB diggers again. So, if you're at a loose end tomorrow, come back to the Rempstone Steam and Country Show once again. I say there's plenty to see and do. Are we ready? This is where we go. Right, now then. Have you stopped him? Oh, he's pushed the button in. You nearly got him. Sparky's giving a bit more there, he's pushed the button in. Well, listen to that sound of that single cylinder engine working. God I won't need to clean the tubes on that in the morning. And to think, ladies and gentlemen, that was built in the full 1870s. It's absolutely marvellous. We know it's been in this snow, but to see something like that working, it's unbelievable really. Look at that crankshaft going round, flywheel spinning. What precision. And now we're going here with the Clayton. Safely back home, Sparky's done it again. Who knows, this time we might stop. There we are, we're all ready to go. One more time, the power of steam, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them all a big round of applause for showing us how strong these engines are. All the engines, thank you very much. 34 is a 4-inch off the track schedule. No white line, magic, and it's called Venice 69 is a 6-inch gap, 4CD tractor, Cornwall, Bernie Fairbank from Blackpool. Alright, Bernie, 72. It's a 6-inch 4-speed wagon of like Bernie Fairbank. Is this one, where did you get this one from? Yeah, I just couldn't think of any Lancaster, thank you very much. I just couldn't remember any Lancasters now. 31. 31 is a 4-inch brown main-sacking Jane Robinson. Complete the brown maker's badge that shall the little pedal towards it. Further, see builders. Great Station 41 with a bottle traction engine called Madeline. Oh, that's great. We're just relaxing what I do. 38 is a 4-inch Cornwall locomotive. Mr. P. Roberts. It's your birthday today, yeah? Was it? I enjoyed that one. You know for your birthday. 79. 79 is a 6-inch Savage little Samson seed tractor. Savage is a seed Kingsland in Norfolk. B80 is a 6-inch dual track Cornwall locomotive. white and red. Nice example. '81 is a 6-inch Rempstone and Brock seed tractor. Jumper. Nice to get the ladies working, isn't it? Is it your engine, madam? Don't you like it, my brother? Oh, you have to clean it, do you? Oh, well, this is a big miniature engine. It's owned by Mr. Jenner from Milton in Diesel. What scale would you call this one? 9 inch to the... Oh, right. The big engine, it's still faster. I mean, you can see it. The job here on this one, tell him off. 63. It's a 4.5 inch Sentinel S4C wagon, a Foster. Is it complete with Cadbury's Cornwall chocolate? Oh, right. Oh! Now it's Dominic with Brian Wright, Foster traction engine. Oil on board today. We're good, are we? What you don't be pleased about that? 51 is a full steamroller by William Hurley called Steve B. 40 is a 4-inch full traction engine by S. Weaver. 57 is a 4.5-inch full traction engine. Very good. Thank you very much. 33 is a 4-inch full track locomotive by I. Clipson. You're rather bored, is it? Oh, the umbrella. That's what we want to do. A bit more grease today. 84 is a 6-inch Garrett 4CD seed tractor. Alright, it's a curve. 78 is a 6-inch Tusker little giant seed tractor. It's a Wilson. And it's 30. And we've got a good room series from there, I can see. Bring them on. And we're on 5. Is a 3-inch style traction engine. Mr. B. Russell. Very good. 54 is Mr. A. Eco with a 4-inch full double track compound road locomotive. Are you enjoying that? Absolutely, yeah, we have a good weekend. Good. 82 is a 6-inch scale V6 road locomotive. Mr. H. Star. 26 is Ian Bond with a 4-inch Garrett traction engine general purpose engine. From Northamptonshire, we have number 61, Mr. P. Weston with a Bowden 4.5-inch scale Bowden C-type wagon. 48. It's Nigel Ball from Sison in Leicestershire with a 4-inch scale Bull Scenic Showman engine. This one's called Orphan Road, can't see the one, I think 58 is authorised the 4.5 inch Ford traction engine G. Jackson. 37 is a 4 inch Foster traction engine H. Clear. That's it, yeah. Good stuff. Right today. Right. You just have to tell me you're not 47 is a 4 inch Ford traction engine B. Rempstone. Very good. Well, Harry here, an old friend of mine, right, Harry? Good, Molly Duker. Molly Duker is a 4 inch power A9 traction engine. For those who don't know, Molly Duker comes as an Australian term for a left-handed person. 9 is a 3 inch Alpine traction engine R&K Watson. Alright, well that's not alcohol. Oh, you're okay, buddy. Oh, you're looking at 62 is the 4.5 inch frozen C-type wagon R&J Drive. B1, I tell you what, you're looking to be a B1, aren't you? There's a 3 inch AEC Matador, it's an RAF flatbed lorry, gate drive. Very good. Don't know that, what the photographer knows. Sue. I can see that Sue is a Burrell engine. And what's your name? Thomas. Thomas with a Burrell. Traction engine. 74 is a 6 inch Bowden C-type estate wagon. Mr. Venny from King's Lynn in Norfolk. You alright? Yeah, hopefully I'll be at Crawford. I've every intention to be 46. There's a 4 inch brown main traction engine, Gate Fenimore. Very good. 68. There's a 6 inch gold traction engine, general purpose, of Foster. Is the dog enjoying that ride? Oh, isn't that nice? 67 is a 6 inch B6 regular locomotive of Foster. That's based on Jerry Walker's larger engine, almost. Very nice, Charles Openshaw. They did all the conversions of road locomotives, etc. for all the type of engines. 88. The 6 inch Fallon road locomotive, Mr. R. Parker. Well, we've got a watch there, I can see. Oh, well done. Good. Yeah. 90 is a Bowden C-type steam wagon, Roberts, in Northamptonshire. 56 is a 4-inch 4-wheel upright B. Solly. Fish. Yeah. B. Solly. Yeah. And they look 73. 73 is a 6-inch CDC tractor. It's actually 32. 32 is a 4-inch Foster traction engine by J. Bruce. Built by Lot of time and expense there. 77. 6-inch Ford Scenic Showman's engine of by M. Robinson based on the big full-scale General Cop engine. 75 of Farmline Ian Morris with a 60 custom tractor, seed tractor. Good afternoon. Are you alright? We seem to meet up regular now. Regular meetups and 50. Alright, Clive ball with a 4-inch Garrett traction engine. General Colours. Oh, I'm real chat. This is Rempstone. It's a horse man, the engine's wrapping there, so I've got to lift it. And number 60 is a 4.5-inch Fountain C-top steam wagon by Jeep Checkerback from Derby. They're all good. 17 is a Fountain 4-inch C-type steam. Well, that's through me. That's not a Fountain steam wagon, is it? Ah, I see. Wait, isn't that? Well, I nearly did me. This is the Waddison Stevens steam roller built by the late Barry Johnson that's being driven by Jamie Johnson. And here's Charlie Johnson with a little Fountain C-type steam motor that used to belong to Cyril Buckley and Tom Coxon. Oh, just when my day couldn't get any worse. Yeah, it's in on the back, is it? I've seen this engine outside the theatre. Never, just left. John Cook from Lincoln with a 4-6 accident. I'll follow my job. Happy days. 65 is 6-inch full double track pedal like the Rocky J. Fernley. I still haven't seen you dad. There's about somewhere like a weekend, aren't there? He's hiding. 23 is a 4-inch full traction engine feed Fairhurst. Way, hallelujah. Oh, we've got it. Right, 44 is a 4-inch Fowler Allen ploughing engine. And white and Preston. This one's based on those single-cylinder ploughing engines, a bit like the Price Quick one in the ring. It's based on those XP bearer engines that lived at Rempstone for very many years, single-cylinder. They moved to Ireland and then did it on a sale in the mid-2000s. Sadly, we haven't got one this weekend on the 70th anniversary of Rempstone Steam Road. It's nice to have this example with us. 53 is a 4-inch Foster double crank compound road locomotive. Still can't get your name right. Just tell me how to go. Waltmire, David Waltmire. Well, I'm not going to say that. I'll get there, but well, perhaps, you know, you're not with your Cromford, are you? Oh! Right, no. Jack Potter now with a Cornwall Showman's engine. Oh, is it Andy driving it now? It's been one of them days. Well, folks mixing them for something. It is, isn't it? Yeah. When you go on the back, your wages, nothing on the back. Have you? Andy Potter there with a full seat, showman's engine. Andy, a good friend of mine many years. And bringing up the rear, we have number 24, which is a 4-inch full traction engine owned by Kay Colton. There we go. And you're the boss, are you? She's the boss, everybody jump. Jump when you're told. Absolutely, I find that's the best way. It's your engine, is it? Would you recommend other ladies to buy engines? Definitely. They come to good shows like this. Why not? Right, I'm just going to put the list back in there and then we've got a bit of a presentation to do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a superb lineup of miniature steam engines. Oh, there's always one that's late. Oh, I might have guessed it would be Dean then. They probably can't get up in the morning. Come on, Dean, we're waiting. Right, we've got Dean Wilson with a 4-3 Foster agricultural engine. Can't you get up, Dean? You've not been lying in bed, have you? Good, I'll let you off there. Technically, shoot, they give me that one every time. Well done, Joe. Report to the commentary point. Oh, right, somebody's lost a poster as well. And it's on the back of Mr. Walker's ready-mix wagon. Oh, ready-mix it. What's the list on the table with that? Is it blowing up about the door? Yeah. Never mind. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Is that your name, is it? No. Fancy not naming it after you. Well, I'm serious word with it. Oh dear. No, look.
Just sorry to repeat, just a quick announcement. Could David Howard go please to the Secretary's tent? David Howard, that's David Howard to the Secretary's tent please. Thanks please.
You thought you could catch me out, didn't you? You really did. John, I'm surprised at you. First time you do that, you did. Did he? That little white dog, just celebrated. 50th birthday this year. Way back in 1936. Around the old days. 50 years ago. You're not turning your eyes down. I didn't say you. Oh, look what's happening there. Right, in the middle of the arena. You took me with all that. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead with the JTV trophy from Wet Clarinet. Just all these big engines as well. But that was the miniatures for all cars. There's our steam section. 2-3 rows down the well, the guide. With that very old 1874 California. Yeah, and you've got to keep that clean as well, guys. Let go, I get two right. You've got to move it now, come on. Right. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Right, guys, just headed to the fire of this big power plant engine. It's a single cylinder power plant engine. You'll notice that it's tender steering. Now that means that wheel, if you give it to the right, the foot will go to the left, and if you give it to the right, you go to the left. So, I would imagine that you're not going to be drinking too many pints of beer before you see that one. I would imagine so. But it's not the easiest of jobs to steer that engine because you can't people be thrown off the steering plate of it. So let's drive out to that power engine. As an XB, as you see, that's Rempstone, the case and where's the box in the middle of this? Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right now, 70 years ago, the first Rempstone traction engine rally took place. It was in Rempstone village. Guy's engine is in disguise because two of the entries were a very powerful fire engines owned by the Beatles of the Now, unfortunately, those were sold way back in the mid-2000s, but just to recreate the occasion, this one's been fitted with the number of NR1212. No, I kindly agreed to it, so we've got a single cylinder fire engine with the BB connection. Following on, we have another engine that attended the first Rempstone Rally in 1956. Well, thank you, Andrew, in Cornwall. This is a Rempstone Jeffries engine. It belonged to that time Sage and Ford of Leicester. And it's now retained in the Kirby family. They took on that once Tim had gone. This one went new to Norris's and Langham. That is acquired by the late Tim Sage and indeed the late Jack Ford back in 1953. It attended our first rally at Kegworth, and that was the first traction engine rally in the Midlands. So we've had two debuts to make at Kegworth and at Rempstone. Cambria is a 1917 Rempstone Jeffries traction engine owned by Alex Savory of Long East. Now this one worked in the Welsh Hills on forestry work, found its way into Lincolnshire where one of the owners was a gentleman called Tom Fixter. It's had a number of hours in conservation. It attended the first Rempstone Rally in 1956 in the ownership of Mr. J.C. Rose. It was later to move to the bus station at Goldton, which is just a few miles from me, where it went by Clyde and Chris Stable. And it was rallied for a few years, when it got late, it was taken fifth late 1960s. It was acquired by the late Peter Wood. Suddenly Peter passed away until the restoration was complete, and that has now been completed by Alex Savory. Sandman, as Mr. Clarkin, was an 8¼ steamroller that did its work in the Kent area. 8¼ were the biggest builders of steam road rollers. Ian, Ian, yeah, sorry, are you? Are you alright, mate? I love it, I'll try to catch up with you at some point. Yeah, I'm just a bit tired, but alright, Ian. Oh, you've already shot at Mr. Parkinson, is it? David, yeah. Alright, mate? Yeah. Right, we've got the best roller, which is, Fowler's steamroller, Fowler's from builders and steamrollers, as well as all the forms of traction engines. This one's owned by Russell Linden, and it's called Pentland Queen. He went up the hill south of Edinburgh. Gave it to preservation of a gentleman called Robert Trout from Dorset. This is the award for the best steamroller. Yeah. Now we have a Fowler traction engine. This one's owned by the Preston family. This one went new to Tilton Brothers of Hamley Castle in Worcestershire. It carries the name of Pride of Hamley Castle. It came to preservation with one of our early preservationists called Neville Mallet. Neville sadly passed away, but it kept the engine for 50 years. That is a car traction engine, Rempstone 116R9. Then of course a steam wet tractor owned by James West. James comes from Scotland. This one was bought by a gentleman in Kent. He kept it for just a couple of years, didn't like it, went back to England, it went to Dumfries County Council, stuck with them. Since then it's production one route, it's been down under the way, and further into Kent, and now it's gone right back up to Scotland. The Fiery Liners is a Foster traction engine, 1927, 1459 3 works number. This one went due to a farmer in the northeast. Even before it went back to Foster's. Good afternoon here. I wondered about you, I've not seen you all weekend. Yeah, anyway, it's a club like Poultry Family from Eaton in Lincolnshire. An old friend of mine, very good friend of mine, late John Robinson, purchased that engine in 1957 for the sum of £125. It came into the East Midlands in the 1960s when it was in the ownership of the late Reverend D.L. Boston Cambridge. Following up that, we have Thistledown. This was Teddy Boston's other steam engine that kept it KB. It went with Wiltshire Council. That went into Leicestershire County Council. It's now by Michael Circus from Desford, which is an engineering service with a full single crank compound Chevrolet tractor. It's a nice little engine, downhill, done by the late Tony Myers in Frankfurt near Leeds. 206 that is engineering service. I'll track with that Chevrolet tractor. Pete and Jacob next with an 80 This one went new to Wales and Cotton in Bedfordshire. They later went into Edison's fleet. This one actually finished up in the children's playground. The road Liverpool Children's Hospital where it was painted with all faces, all children's faces on it. It was used to play things for the children. And it was rescued from there by a gentleman called Phil Halliwell. It's been in the ownership of Pete and Jacobs since the year 2000. Martin Q-type steamroller built at Leeds. Sorry, built at Gatesbury in Lincolnshire. This one's an ex-Lincoln County Council roller. There's 4 consecutive 100 cube types. This one went after its work with the council to a gentleman called John Weaver near Market Way in Lincolnshire. And it's now owned by Elizabeth Saxton and Shepston in Staffordshire. Various owners after that. Came into preservation where one of the owners was a friend of mine, the father jumped into a very early age, and that's the second walking machine. Right, so that's the whole traction engine, single crank compound. now we have the best WKC rating for the best steam tractor. That's going to put us a lot of while with the power tractor Mr. Clark. So Robert driving it, got White Jackie on board. This one with one with 12 bits by Robert, as we saw. You've got to keep that clean now, you've not got to keep that clean. Well, that's the bloke that presented it to you, sir. That's a lie. Right now we are right to the guy selling tractor for CD top and the company top as it works the jobs on those top of running it and showing years ago. Now we have a voice of steam is out that steam roller. This one is twin duplex cylinders, got a 40 crate and so far there on it. It's a textual example. Hopefully this has got a quick reverse on it, so the radiator is that rigid the format. And we go to the straight flat, there's no stopping to go to the reverse lever. Now this one was particular to council. Now there is 1959 we got the council to the diesel roller. Now we are this one got the traction, you can see that with this one goes by David Barnes and got quick quality. Hey, wait till I see you all wide. Goodness, quick, you're going to look at the wall. This one went in the wall to live to Stephen. Pretty sure he left his job, sitting at Rempstone. But David is making my habit. David is shorting it 7,000 hours to restore it to the biggest we see today. Maybe the 4th Street Tractor by this one's called Messi, it's a good reason called Messi. Good trail off Carmichael to the Grange. You live at Rempstone, like it roads around the mess, and actually finish a bit of rock. So you look for the next rescue project. If I'd actually attended to actually see the country show before, many years ago, and it was on my way to Reverse Jones. It's now the Clark family, Cheshire. That's a rugby called Bathsheba. Right, best aid was driven by Jamie and Emily Jones. This is neighbouring street accidents. Almost 4 is a classic for those for the Hereford Council. We have the big car show today for Cornwall. This one will cover the youth and go east down to West Street. So that's celebrated on FYA 92. There was a very early engine into preservation. In fact, when we held our Federal Folly in 1954, it attended that in the ownership of Herbert Hepton from New Bolingbroke in Lincolnshire. Herbert didn't keep it for long. It passed to Taylor's in Sutterton, which is just down the road from New Bolingbroke. Taylor's attended the first Rempstone rally in 1956 with this engine, and it's now owned by the Turner brothers from North Yorkshire. That's Cornwall, works on the treble one on 8. June Cole's second engine here at the Rempstone Street and Country Show this year. This is called Amy. It's built by Adrian and Ford. It's a piston-valve steamroller. It was actually built to be exported to Australia, but that didn't happen. And it finished up with Bilston Council in Staffordshire, hence that registration. This one too has been dropped off for a number of years. And we have a 6-foot licensee of Rempstone, owned by the Johnson family from Gateway. This one went to Woodlands Capital in England, later past the works on the roads in Cambridge, finished up with Rempstone Basin and Cornwall near Helsinki. He mainly developed onions, There's Mary on the back. It's called Winifred George after Barry's parents. Ready for the next door to there. 51 Yeah, Winifred George. Now we haven't got the full traction engine that's fully the portable engine. These are in the ownership of the Shepherd family, who live down there on the Foxway in Warwickshire. The board's called the Dalesman, and I work for Hancock's Brickworks in Exeter. Came into preservation with a man called Jack Sandman from the Exeter. He named it City of Exeter. So when he sold it to a gentleman in the Dales called John Crowder. John Crowder renamed it Dalesman. And it's probably a little portable engine that before the first Rempstone rally, John Wood hit the Cornwall, and that's what the Jack Reed is now. That's the Dalesman. Now we have a look at Foster Wellington steam tractor. Interesting one, this one. It's the first Wellington tractor to be produced for the Lincoln. Very early, early 1900s. It's owned by Abigail Vincent from Bedford. It was rebuilt by her father, David Rempstone, from the Farm Bits. That's that other little Foster Wellington tractor called Abigail. Now we have the Smith family from Rempstone, near Banbury. Interesting engine, this one. As you can see from the top, it's worked on by Mr. Singleton, the contractor from Rackington. This was the last war engine, road locomotive, to be built by the firm, but before it was actually completed at Garrett's Works at Leicester in Suffolk. Amongst those workers of this particular engine was a gentleman called Arthur Mather. Arthur was one of those the founders of the traction engine group way back in the 1950s. Good afternoon. Now we have the Warley family from the North East there, with Kingfisher. Works and father works on the 14888. Kingfisher that moved to the Ministry of Conditions. Later went to Gibbons and Case in North Peterborough. It was rescued from preservation by our early preservationist, a gentleman called Tom Blurt from Market. He kept it for some space time, since then it's happened to owners. And it's over the last few years had a complete rebuild by the Varley family. Now we have an example of now things used to be possible on the bow. We've got boat and steam lorry. Now this is one that attempted our first Rempstone lorry in 1956. County Durham. Making sure the ride allowed us for the wedding. The young man from Boston with a Garrett steam tractor. This is how to do this over in preservation. One of our doors, it ready to whale. Princess Mary. Now we have the oldest steamer here the oldest steamers here today. Very handy good table of water steam roller. It's owned by 76 old associations who are based out there that is in the this happened a long time, restoration for a lot of 13 years ago in the Sheffield West Street Football. Over the last few years it's really taken shape. That was the very early 1840 roller. That's the concrete group. You notice it's got a bit of sticking out between the last spot. Now we have a big car This This one was for John Thompson, boiler engineers from Wolverhampton. It moved the boilers and shifted the boilers in the yard. It was acquired in the late 1960s by the late Mate Green and was stored. It's my first time visit here to Rempstone and I'm pleased to see it. It is owned by Lennon James' daughter Bridget Green. Bridget was here yesterday. Right, the best showman's engine is this one that holds the Saunders fleet from Stockholm in Bedfordshire. Now this is an engine that actually attended the first Rempstone rally back in 1956. It's 4,000. And as you can see from the top, it was owned by Tubi and Sons of Doncaster. That's on the legend on the counter top. Came into preservation with a gentleman called Frank Sheffins. He lived at Cross, near Skegness. Frank kept it for a short space of time, and by 1955 it was in the ownership of Thomas Atkins and in Rempstone. Since then it's had numerous owners like Philip Caroline, Michael Rain, and over the last winter the Saunders family up the last time and actually put me to get this engine back up to first class condition. And we're pleased to have it back here at Rempstone to celebrate 70 years at Rempstone Rally. That's X there. That one was actually ordered in great instant blue colour. And we have A24, number 24, which is a big pile of road locomotive that has received a lot of attention over the last few years. From its owner who's driving it, David Shannon. This one actually wrote the course of the Cornwall of London. It came into preservation. Hi David. Are you alright? Oh yeah, you know, but we could see yeah, David driving there before. So it was actually came to preservation and more to the gentleman's book against Cross. He sold it off to Ireland. Sorry to Germany. After he went out to Germany and David brought it back, which restored it into the condition you see it today. That's Power Locomotive. If you watch the television programme about Fred Dibner, the late Fred Dibner, this is Steve Norwich back in his debut here at Rempstone, Steve Norwich, Fred Dibner, after the end of the quarters, and this one went into the County Council. That's it. Many of them went to our land, on the television, this is who I was videos, now we have Rick Allen. This is one of the band that worked for Beaver Rivers and Rempstone, went into the Hammond family in 1947. And I've been in that family ever since. Rick Allen's now alive. Big bold showman's engine now, called Princess of Wales, built by David Blacksdale, in Wetford in Nottinghamshire, and this one went new as a road locomotive to Wings in South Wales. It went back to Durham and developed to a showman's engine. Look at sweet! Yeah, oh, we've got a husband and wife team on the front plate. David and Mandy, yeah, it went back to run by a gentleman called George Roberts, or a showman called George Roberts. David and Matty on foot there, Abigail on the back. Oh, family affair at last, say, man. Yeah, generation, David said. That's good to see. David on for the more many years. Yeah, what a work. Oh, we all know. Now, Lord Andrew said that our first Rempstone died in 1996 at the age of 80 right. Some of the job passed away this year. This is a lot of work locomotive I call Chester. This one spent a lot of its working life in Lincolnshire, did a lot of work on Cornwall Aerodrome. I'm sure some of you know about Cornwall Aerodrome in Lincolnshire. It's been for a number of years now. Sadly, John Black decided that there was too long to run it about. And he bought a company with the Woolies Sea, which he's owned since 1956. Father Showman's tractor. This one's worked as a steam roller. It's been running some years back. To establish some engine. If you've never seen this for 2 years ago, it doesn't matter. It comes all the way to the right. It's now on the side, and we skill. That's the baby, that's all the power, sits on. Right, now, all the ladies travel on the road in this valley. The last thing which has power, anyway, I don't know why it is, but this is the road bit at the end of the start of the first of the valley on the road. And this year, it's been awarded to Chris Smith with his late orders to plough the traction engine. There we go. Well, the climate is 1882. Well, new to John Jeffrey's station actually been rescued from preservation in 1963 by John rescued many others from preservation. Also leading on preservation work and something like that. I'll train you up when I can. Yes. All right, Chris. Yeah, all right, yeah. Just smart guys now. Right now, the George Marshall Trophy for the West Side Champion is after this licensed scheme. Traction engine. Has a maker's number. It's very on the 14.6 on it. It's owned by a bridge on the Isle of Man. It actually works on the Isle of Man. The later's been rescued it from there to preservation, and it's now under being cared for. There in Cheshire. So as you see the stretch name from the country point. And we have our first time visit here to Rempstone Country Show. This is the Marshall traction engine. This one spent a lot of its working life in Northamptonshire. Went new to the George Swindler from there to Cornwall. After moreover, it was to take the rules acquired in stone. And then in the 1950s, it was acquired by the London firm of DC Manson, Cornwall in Rempstone. It's only in the last few years. The garage seat factor. Salvador of salaries for the original Rempstone. It's owned by David Bosworth in Derbyshire. Came in Sir Cliff James of Kingsminster in Staffordshire. You probably remember this one done by Alan Tingley from Staffordshire. He was 18-year-old man. I can't remember years back, the last few years. In the south of England, that's it, another time. Now we've got the Yorkshire steam wagon, Deputy Steam Dorothy Company. Now Yorkshire, they didn't build what it needs, and not too many left more, only 2 or 3. I guess they can't go and buy the water over. Yeah, definitely. Success. This is one of a pair of BB powered engines that worked in Lincolnshire with a CT registration on it. It's got a sister engine called Progress, 1541 meters number. This has been preserved on the pair that has been preserved by Bob Bear. It's now owned by the Country family from Maxford. Himself, alright, good night, enjoyed it, These 4 engines will bring the timber into the works and we put made into paper and they take the back across the station this one will not put the weight of the BB 1.9 engine now, being driven by Sparky. This one's gone out by Albert Clear, currently Lincoln in Lincolnshire. BB 1.9, and I went new towards the carriage and grain. It will not be converted to self-inflated, and it was it's been with the family ever since. Sparky's are regular drivers of the ocean. Sparky, are you alright? Yes, thank you. I've just got moving right now. Mobile Shelby's engine called St. Bromwich. This is what I do to... Oh no, I don't believe it! Ticky should tell me that. Oh, like you should. I thought I'd seen it, then I got to go on looking now. I bet you are. I'd like to go. That's original van going to take me driving down to. All right, you've got to I went new to work here to talk about Fort Gateby's up there. Converted to a Sheldon dodgy for I was going down to Tom Gascoigne, body company in Banbury. Some of the vans in preservation for years now. It's got GC Burr. Sea tractor now, Sheldon tractor, salt and water, as a sea roller. The mechanical spray and exhausting company. I've never seen it before. The red box is looking we have the steam wagon. It was owned by Brown Bailey Steels and Sheffield. One time, you noticed that it's got solid colours on it. That was because of the spots and molten metal that you get in the steel work and pneumatic tires used to structure. That was all ideal for that job. That's been returned to the preservation all over the gas walls. Slowly took the gas colours, so it's been a bit time for a number of years now. Awesome scene, Nola, and why David Henry from Milcombe. This one went new to Castle Bonington Railway District Council. Castle Bonington released later went into Leicestershire County Council. This is rescue for preservation by Rempstone. Took it out for a few years and sold it to Freddie King to take it to Stoke. Just sold it to people like Peter Wood and Silver. All David. And David Earl was still loaded out Peter Wood. And acquired the old smack became Stoke after Peter's passage. Total Shelby's engine last week, still total Shelby's engine survived. It was owned by Rempstone of Manchester, sold with his player, called Prospector. And its preservation by its seed work as an seed proceeding with red locomotive, the Shelby's engine now back to the red locomotive, and it's now the Shelby's engine for its own by Mike. That's the sort of style they got in the The green end is approaching now, we're on the Coventry point. This one to 11. There's a street hole south of the council of Whites here. Make your way to the guys. Coventry. There's a Cornwall Henson company in the early 1950s. They restored it into track for that. Played with the bottom. First and second, the Rempstone rally in the mid-1960s. That's how the end of the first season. We've got the first line now, Hector. Well, good afternoon, all. It's nice to see you back with us. We're here 1 year, we're not here the next. I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, this Rempstone Street representative. It's really like a Rolls Royce now, here this morning. Once a gentleman about that's driving the engine. He says it's not, but I think it is. I've been listening to work it, you know. Born raised in the minute of our family, where I consider represented that numerous engines it finishes retained civil that belongs to granddaughters of all the previous owners in Essex. The Brockway actually found its way to Wales, where it got by Jones. It's been with Wont for quite a number of years, and as I said, that's restoration. Now we have another engine that attended our first rally here at Rempstone in 1956. It's a black power from Victoria, and it's been with our next one off ahead in our wall. This one went due to a farmer in Austria. There's a factory back this way. The engine's working around. Working as a smashing engine. Came into Leicestershire in 1955 in the old city of Jack Cornwall. It has been in the Henson family ownership for quite a number of years now. That's quite well 600. Well, that's yet another attendant from our first rally. Hey, that must be serious. John's second his cap off. Oh, dear. Well, look. Right, I'll say it. Alright, I'm going to leave you now once again. I'll say goodbye again. And then no doubt somebody will come back again. But, yeah. Okay, Frank, I'm sorry about that. No problem.
Thanks very much, Pete. Right, so the steam engines are going to make their way outside the arena, and they're going to make their way for the dancing diggers, which will be with you shortly. So we just need to make sure that the dancing diggers can get into the arena, which means that we have to just wait for the steam engines to leave. That will just take a few moments. Addition to that is £17 on Friday. This is for adults. £20 on Saturday and Sunday. Children under 16 go free. That's happening at Old Park Park in Biggleswade, 18th, 19th and 20th of September. We're going to see at 4 o'clock the commercial vehicles, as I've said, and all of the firms who have sponsored us with this at the Steam and Country Show today, this weekend, is Priory Commercials Limited. They have the latest diagnostic equipment for every brand of light and heavy commercial vehicle. They are BOSA approved brake tester with optional provided load. State-of-the-art wheel alignment equipment, and well to knowledge, everything from regular fleet maintenance and MOTs. You can find them at Newry Farm, that's absolutely bypass Melton Mowbray, and that's Priory Commercials Limited. You'll see a couple of their lorries here at the show during the commercial vehicle parade, which will follow the diggers. So if you look to the end of the arena, to where the diggers are, you can see their lights on the top of their cabs.